All right, damn. I only have like 9 minutes. I need to clear off my shit. um, Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. But okay, we're talking video games today. You know what? I want to make a video game. I do. Um, I've talked about this video game before. I made 5 videos on it, and then I think I made 3 videos on it, like a second version. But I just want to talk about this video game some more. So, like with this video game, instead of being a tribe like you would in Total War or Sid Meier's Civilization, both of which I'm big fans of. Like I love both those series. But I don't think they're scientifically real, and that's why I want to make a kind of video game that's scientifically real. Because, like, if you look at the English language is like the third most populous language in the world, behind Mandarin and Spanish, I think. Now, as a second language, it's probably the lingua franca, right? Obviously. Um, but English is a new language. It is. It's a new tribe, one that has never existed before. And that's the reality of language, right? Language is change over time. And a big, powerful empire at one point in time can be a multitude of different languages fighting against each other 1,000 years later, right? Like the Germans and the Latins. Like the Germans and Latins come from the same Indo-European tribe. Like they used to be the same tribe, but over time they diverged into different tribes, right? Um, like if you look at the beginning of the English language, a lot of I think bad scholars out there will tell you that it's Germanic, but I think the beginning of the English language is it's a part of this historical trend of the Germans conquering Latin territories, but the Latin language prevailing in culture, right? So you might have German rulers, but in Spain, Italy, and France, you had Latin culture and Latin language that prevailed over the conquerors. Um, and this happens in history, right? But you have these Anglo Saxons conquering Britain. Which what is Britain? Britain is a Romano Celtic people at this time. Primarily it's a Celtic people because that's one of the big lies about the Roman Empire is that they went around to destroy other peoples. But no, it's like in Britain at this time when the Anglo Saxons are conquering. No, this is a Celtic people that they're conquering, not a Roman people, not a Latin people. You have a lot of Latin influence and a lot of Latin culture. But primarily, this is still a Celtic people on Britain because the Romans respected borders on and off in different degrees and ways throughout time. but so at the beginning of this Anglo-Saxon thing, it is Germanic. Definitely these Anglo-Saxons are Germans. But like the other Germanic conquests, this may have been a little more harsh because the Germanic language continues as the core of the English language. But at the same time, these Germans are still going to want Romano Celtic craftsmen to be within their society. And we're talking males here. So we're talking about male Romano Celts entering into this Anglo-Saxon society. So this isn't going to be like nowadays historians like to tell you that, you know, history is about one culture genociding another culture. But that's not real. Like if you look at some of these Asian Indian wars, right? You'd have the elites fighting against each other, but the elites would never attack the lower caste because the lower caste is where their profit comes from. You know, so like you can imagine being in India and you're working the fields and then you see these, you know, two aristocratic armies like killing each other and you're just like, and maybe, you know, your former rulers get defeated and now you're just tilling those same fields for your new rulers, right? Um like total war is something that's new. Warfare hasn't always been genocide, like a lot of I think modern historians like to lie to you about. Um, but since German is the basis of the English language, um, you know, you could tell this is a bit harder conquest than the conquest of Spain. And you know, I only have 2 more minutes here, Teresa, so I'll be with you. No, no, please come in. No, um, but these so the Germanic language is the core of the English language, right? But again, you have all of these Latins coming in, these Romano Celts coming into this Anglo-Saxon society, both men and women, right? And eventually, you have the the Viking French, which is totally fucking weird. Like, this is the weirdness of this. I mean, to me, this is what's cool about tribes, because you have these Vikings who are now speaking a Latin language. They're speaking French, which is actually a Romano-Celtic language, to be more accurate, I think. Because like I remember learning about this one Roman general after Caesar. And this one Roman general after Caesar, he went into Gaul to fight some Gauls, and he prided himself that he didn't go in to murder the Gauls. Right? So this is one of the big lies about Caesar. Because Caesar didn't go in to conquer the Gallic language, right? Because the Romans had a great respect for borders, unlike nowadays. And yeah, no, they did. And so this guy was proud, and he saw himself in the tradition of Caesar as not killing off the Gauls. In fact, later on in Roman history, you have a lot of Gallic aristocrats who become Roman senators. And oh my God, I'm like 30 seconds before my memory runs out. But okay, so this video game is going to be more real. Like you can switch tribes. New tribes will be born once these Viking French conquered Anglo-Saxon territory. The English language became more Latinized. But that's a story for